Happy Monday, milkers. Welcome to another episode of the Cumcast. This week's beer of the week is called Golden Idol, and this is by Humble Monk Brewing Co. of the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is a Belgian strong golden ale with a 12% ABV, so please drink responsibly. This has Belgian fruit notes, followed by smooth hints of cherry, almond, and booziness. And this does have the booziness. It is a 3.94 bottle cap rating on Untappd.com. And this is, I am a huge fan of the Belgian ales, just in general. But if you are in Cincinnati, Ohio, this is on the north side, I believe, of Cincinnati, in a little neighborhood, and it's right next to another brewery in the same block called Urban Artifact in an old Catholic church. But please go and check out Humble Monk, especially if you're a fan of Belgian-style ales. The Belgian monks were the first ones to ever experiment with brewing beer, and this is owned by a couple. This brewery, Humble Monk, is owned by a couple. Huge fan of it. It's definitely my vibe when it comes to breweries, and it's everything that I love about craft beer. So go and check this out if you're anywhere near Cincinnati, Ohio. Just stop by, check it out, have a brew, and just take in the vibes, everybody. Welcome back. I am back. Let's get into the episode with a fan favorite, Shyanne.
Woo!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cumcast. I am Ryan, as always, your host. And on this special episode, we have Cody joining us back again, and special guest Shyanne. She is just basically part of the family now, so get used to it. So I hope everybody's doing all right. Happy fucking Monday. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I am here again for another episode. Interrupt me?
Rude. That's rude for us.
Sorry. No, fuck the fuck. Go ahead. I am back. I know you got new glasses, but I think you need a fucking hearing aid. I am back, coming to you live with astigmatism, everybody.
I've got astigmatism.
I have astigmatism, but now it is corrected with my new glasses. So I have new glasses. We are here. There is a new beer. It is a new week. Welcome, everybody. We hope you are staying safe and sound out there, sleeping.
Warm.
Yeah, and warm. The snow is crazy. It's everywhere. Yeah. So unless you're in a warm country / state.
Unless you're a fucking snowbird.
Yeah, unless you're a fucking snowbird, you're in a warm country, because I don't think does it snow in India?
Highly doubt it.
I don't know. Why don't you ask our fans?
Excuse me, fans.
Does this snow? Excuse me, fans. Does this snow in India? I have astigmatism, so you have to feel sorry for me now.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It might have this year. It snowed in
Probably.
It snowed in Texas. All the fucking wild animals were freezing in Texas. Like freezing? Like freezing to death. No shit. Yeah. What is that? There's a lizard. Have you seen that video? It's a lizard and it freezes and they like fall from the fucking trees. Iguana? No, I don't think it's an iguana. That's what iguanas do. When it gets below like 40, they fucking stiffen up because they're cold-blooded. But then people bring them in their house and then they come back to life and then they tear up shit.
So do they hibernate like frogs and snakes and
and snakes and alligators and all that shit?
Somebody told me skunks hibernate.
I don't know. They're like cats. I don't think so. I think it might be iguanas. You might be right, Ryan, but
it's
all reptiles.
It's the freezing lizards falling in the south.
Yeah, but that happens in Florida. Whenever it gets whenever it gets cold in Florida, people are just like, "Oh, cool!"
Yeah,
it's all the lizards. These iguanas, and then they come and then they bring them in their house, and then they like Almost people eat them and all kinds of shit. Yeah, they're not dead and shit, and they're just laying there. And then, people bring them in their house, and then they warm up, and they're like, oh shit, it must be spring. It's like, no, I'm in fucking Ronald's house. But the thing is, it happens every year in the and the city's always like, don't bring the iguanas in their house. They're not dead. They're just they're cold-blooded animals, and they'll wake up in like an hour. Yeah, it's just like it's a big problem in Indiana because Indiana's a flyover state, not just for planes but for birds when they migrate too. When they fly from Canada to...
Except for those fucking seagulls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when they fly from Canada to like the northern part of the region to like Mexico and South America and stuff like that, they fly over Indiana, so a lot of the seagulls are coming from Canada or northern parts of the world in the summertime, and when they fly south, they fly through Indiana, and they stay in these fucking parking lots because people feed them like fucking oatmeal cookies and shit.
Oatmeal cream pies and french fries.
Yeah, they feed them food, and then they never fucking leave, and then they just stay there. And seagulls are fucking annoying.
They are annoying.
Like in Nemo, you know that mine shit from Nemo? It's the same fucking thing.
Same thing.
And then you didn't know, Shyanne didn't know.
Well, it was me and Mom going to the store, and we see the parking lot full of these fucking seagulls. We're like, gosh, that motherfucking seagulls!
Yeah, because in the town that Ryan and I are from in Indiana, it's a big problem, and they actually have in the past decade they've resorted into like giving fines out to people that are feeding them, and
they do, but then it still doesn't stop people when they pull out and they just have loaves of bread.
Yeah,
they're fucking up their migratory patterns.
Yeah, when we were coming out of the store, I was like, they're feeding them right now, and they're just like throwing fucking like Star Crunch bars out in the fucking
Star Crunch bars. Yeah. You were gonna waste the best Little Debbie in the entire world for fucking birds.
Let's be honest, Star Crunch not the best.
I like honey buns.
Yeah, they are.
No, ding dongs.
No,
Ding dongs
I'm team honey buns.
A chocolate Twinkie? That's what you're giving up.
Isn't that a zinger?
Wait,
it's the same thing.
Fudge rounds? Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't like fudge rounds.
Star Crunches are awesome. Fudge rounds, ding dongs.
I mean, they're also all good.
Oatmeal cream pies and honey buns.
No.
Yeah.
No. Honey buns?
I love honey buns!
Have you had the Boston cream pie honey bun?
No.
You're like
they make one.
You're like the old lady of Little Debbie. You're just like, I like the oatmeal.
You're like Little Debbie now. It's like Wendy now.
Yeah, it's like Wendy.
Yeah, it's like Dave's fucking daughter Wendy now.
It's like, if we need to sub children, bring us a redheaded stepchild to sub in for Wendy.
Yeah, it's just like we need to bring back the face of Wendy's. Bring back Wendy.
Yeah.
But she's like 300 pounds, so it was like let's get the 20-year-old 150-pound version of Wendy.
Yeah.
So then she was in the commercial. And then we're like, this isn't real. We want Big Wendy back. And then Big Wendy comes back on like 2 commercials, and then you never see her again.
Hey guys, it's Wendy. If you're trying to know Baconator,
oh my god,
extra mayo. What's that? Patty. It's Patty off of Patty off of Have you had the Dave's triple? It's my favorite. It's extra mayo. Extra mayo. It's Patty off of fucking what's the animated show? You know my favorite thing to do is what's that TV show?
Brickleberry.
Brickleberry, yeah, it's Patty. My favorite thing to do is to put chili on top of my spicy nuggets.
What?
You put it on a baked potato.
Put it on everything.
I don't put their chili on everything. They have a taco salad.
Well, where you come from, the old trailer park, the only thing you can afford is potatoes.
Not true.
What was the go-to food when
bologna sandwich with mustard.
Yeah. You know what she eats? You eat
mayonnaise sandwiches.
Yes, she eats mayonnaise sandwiches.
You eat what you have to.
The other day,
believe it or not, a lot of they're older than me people. I won't say they're old. They're seasoned though. That grew up poor. I was talking to somebody about eating mayonnaise sandwiches because I was poor, and they're like, "Oh fuck, I miss eating mayonnaise sandwiches." I'm like, "Yeah, fist bump."
Yeah, the other day she came home. She's like, "I want a snack. I'm gonna make this mayonnaise sandwich." I was like, "You're fucking crazy." I was like, "Put some fucking turkey between those buns."
See, I was thinking about it the other day because I was watching YouTube and somebody was talking about their weight problem and about how they can't stop eating and all this stuff, and I was like, it was a mentality when you grew up.
That's how I gained 500 pounds.
When Shy grew up, it was calories in. What do we have to get food in you so you actually survive this winter?
No, I think...
Do you want a peanut butter sandwich? Do you want a mayonnaise sandwich? No. Do you want a slice of bologna?
We have bread and we have spread. What kind of spread do you want on it?
Have you ever had sandwich spread?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had that? What is it? What is it? It's meat? Like... Huh?
Chunks of just meat.
It's what kind of
meat? They don't.
I think it's like mock ham salad.
The best.
Basically, what it is.
The best dead animal.
It's like bologna. It's like bologna thrown into a fucking blender and pureed.
You know what bougie bologna? What's the bougie bologna with the green and red in it?
The bologna you cut yourself. Pickled bologna?
No, not pickleloaf.
Huh?
Pickleloaf.
That's not bougie bologna.
That's bougie bologna.
If you get stuff out of a liquid jar, it's not a fucking it's not bougie
out
anything.
of a liquid jar. No, pickleloaf doesn't come out of a jar.
I feel like
it comes in a pack like bologna.
I feel like bougie bologna's spam because it's in a can. That's like saying the
pull it up.
That's like saying bougie cake is fruitcake. Like
pull up the green.
Just because it's got extra bits in it. Just because it's got extra pieces of fucking whatever.
Well, yeah, that's vegetable.
You know what? When they were coming up with fruitcake, it's just like, what can we put in this cake to make it? What can we put in this loaf of bread to make it awesome? I know. Let's just put fucking candy in it. Do what?
Pull up the green bologna with the olives in it.
Is it pickle loaf?
Yeah, pickle loaf, but pull up the green brand.
Green brand?
The Eckrich.
Eckrich? Yeah, it's right there.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite as a kid. That and honey loaf.
What the fuck is honey loaf?
You ever had honey loaf?
They put sugar in it.
It looks just...
And look, they put pimento cheese in it.
Ooh. I've never had a pimento cheese.
I love pimento cheese.
Have I had
pretzel?
Pimento cheese? Oh. Yeah.
My favorite food is any food that comes from the Real King.
Ah!
It's a farm and home store. Any
farmer's Walmart.
We're about to shit on Real King again. Any store that gives you free popcorn is the store I want to go into. Yeah, and you got Martha behind the counter, and she's 95, and she's just doing this to have a good time. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not even going to use hand sanitizer because the butter kills the germs. Right. Jesus saves
boiling
me.
Butter.
Yeah. Jesus keeps the virus away from me.
Baptized in butter.
But anyway, back to what I was going to. It was that like mentality when you were younger, like you had to clean your plate off. It was like, you better eat that. Don't blah, blah, blah. Because we grew up that way too. No. We didn't have to clean our plate off. We did. Yeah, but it was like, you better eat that.
No, we had to.
Yeah, you had to. Because if you didn't clean your plate, Cheyenne's house motto was, clean your plate or somebody's getting an ass beaten.
Yes.
That's like if you go out and you're just like, oh, it was like, you get like a steak and it was like, oh, it comes with two sides. And I was like, let me get a baked potato and mashed potatoes and coleslaw. It's like, you getting all them sides, you better eat that shit. Like if you said that to your kid, I don't know if you're a bad person technically, but like it's that mentality. It was like, you better clean your plate off. I spend so much food. I spend so much money. That's when it was like when Shyanne,
little kids down in Africa, you can't even eat your meatloaf.
When her and I go out to eat, we like to have fun because we don't really like to go out that often. But we like to
we just can't.
Yeah, we like to, we just can't. So we like to have a couple drinks and then we'll get like an appetizer and 2 entrees and stuff like that. We'll just spend some money. But we spend a lot of money. So that's why I'm just like, if when you have kids, you have to like, what's the special today? Looks like, meatloaf? Looks like we're all for having meatloaf. Because it's $1.25.
Well, and see,
that's how it is too, because sometimes, because mom still does this to me all the time. She'll make something and she'll be like, hey, I have this. Do you want it? And she's like, I've been eating on it for 3 days. I don't want it to go to waste. It's like that whole not wanting shit to go to waste. I watched an episode of Hoarders of a lady that was like that. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to use this pumpkin to make pumpkin pie. And the pumpkin disintegrated in her floor. Right. That's what it is. It's like a hoard, like a food hoarding. It's like, I don't want it to go to waste. She had eggs in her fridge. They were green. We're going to eat on this. We're going to eat this cheese until it molds. It was like, just throw it away. I get it's wasteful. You say that shit to me. You're like, I opened up a loaf of bread and we had it for way too long. I was like, I need to finish this. There was only like a few slices left. I was like, we need to finish this. But it's not a big deal if we didn't. And there was mold on one. She's like, eat around it. I was like, fuck no.
Well, that's how we did it.
Well, guess what? That's not how I'm fucking doing it. I know,
but it's like burned into my brain now. It's like, oh God, I can't throw this out.
What people
I have
don't
to
get
eat
is
this.
mold is spores, okay? If it's in a bag...
Food mold's different.
No, it's fucking not.
It's different.
No, it's fucking not.
You eat blue cheese.
Huh?
You eat blue cheese, it's moldy cheese.
I'm not eating fucking moldy bread. I'll feed that shit to the seagulls.
I don't need it too. I'll throw that piece away.
I'll feed that shit to the seagulls because then they'll fucking go home.
You know what I want? A sandwich with a big hole in it.
Perfect.
Do you not eat the butt of the bread because you feel bad because it's wasteful?
No, I like the heel
I
of the
like
bread.
the butt too.
I don't. You don't.
Yes, I do. I eat the butt.
It's the heel.
Yeah, whatever you call it. Why do they call it a heel?
Because it's not an ass.
It is the ass end of the bread.
No,
Is it not?
Something's got to be the face.
Huh?
One side's got to be the face of the bread too.
Yeah, that's the first part you open is the face of the bread.
Technically, the ass isn't the end. The ass is in the middle.
The ass is my end. They don't say ass end for nothing.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're talking about a train.
Ass end. It's the end.
I learned something the other day.
I think it's just because that's where shit ends up.
Literally.
I learned something the other day.
Did you?
They say people say hold your horses because back in the day they wanted you to be stable. There's horses. That's a real thing. There's horses in a stable.
You got smart with your glasses.
Do you know why they made the grog coffee? Because after a night of drinking,
Wait, like Highlander grog?
Highlander grog.
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
You said the grog.
Anyway,
I was clarifying what you were saying.
Aren't the Highlands in Ireland?
Highlander grog, yeah.
Yeah. So in Ireland, they drank all fucking day. What do they need the next morning after they've been drinking and they're groggy?
Yeah.
It's their coffee.
Is that
Highlander
really
grog. Yes.
Well, I love Highlander grog.
Me too.
I really do. It's like butterscotch from your grandma's purse.
If you
ate like a fistful of it.
I have those in my locker.
What, butterscotch?
I did.
You did because you ate them all?
No, we had them at the house and you threw them away. Yeah, at the old house where
You've had them for 6 months?
Well, yeah, I did.
Candy doesn't go bad.
Not butterscotch.
Neither does fucking pickle loaf either.
No. You freeze that shit.
My favorite part's the juice at the end.
Oh God, sip it through a straw.
It's like the cherry on top of the meat sundae.
But that's just like people who buy it. That's like people who buy a jar of pickles just for the juice.
Yes.
We can do picklebacks with this.
Pickle juice martini.
Yeah,
That's
what I wanted to do.
That's like when her and her mom get together. They're like, no, you gotta cook this meat.
No, you gotta brown it.
You gotta brown the meat, but browning means burning.
No, not when I brown it.
Yeah, you gotta brown the meat. If the cheese ain't crunchy like a fucking brick of fucking like a fucking piece of bark, then it's not done. I was like, well, you have fun eating your cancer, and I'll be over here having my salad.
Have fun, salad boy.
Yeah.
All right, pickle loaf lady.
I love pickle loaf. You are not gonna hurt me there.
So what would you?
But hell, I feel like these days you could get E. coli easier than you could get from a salad.
Yeah.
Easier than you could get from a bologna sandwich.
So what's your go-to food when you guys would eat?
Mayonnaise sandwich?
No, that's not your go-to food, is it?
Yeah. Or you go get a piece of bologna. Well, I would get a piece of bologna, and Burbro and Bub would get cold hot dogs. And if you can't do that,
Mom hot dogs?
Yeah, they eat cold hot dogs.
Did you not have a microwave?
You didn't have a lighter?
A lighter?
We had a gas stove.
Fire! We get a cold hot dog. We go out and play.
No, not we. I don't like cold hot dogs.
We get a cold
You didn't
hot.
have a magnifying glass.
We get cold light. We get cold hot dogs and a mayonnaise sandwich, and we go outside and play with the dogs and let the pedophile across the street watch us. Hi, Mr. Pedophile. Hi, Mr. Pedophile.
Like with your little cold hot dog.
Hi, Mr. Pedophile. We got cold hot dogs. You want one?
Yeah.
I'll put it between your mayonnaise.
Don't say that.
That's what he was thinking.
No, he wasn't. Don't say that.
And like
We're children.
What do pedophiles think about?
I don't want to know.
They think about
We don't discuss.
Pedophiles.
I don't discuss.
Pedophiles only think about Pez dispensers and kids.
Ooh.
Why Pez dispensers? Because they're collectibles?
Yeah.
Just like children. Oh, just kidding.
I think I just kicked the dog in the face.
When we were kids, we used to pretend that we were Italian and we made bologna cannolis with mayonnaise.
Ooh.
We just folded bologna.
That's great.
We did not used to do that.
No, I was talking about her. But.
No, what we did as kids is we pretend we were fancy and we used like 3 packs of crackers and a whole tub of peanut butter to make hors d'oeuvres and stick fucking 8,000 toothpicks in them.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah.
Oh, deals.
And then as a snack, we would be playing outside, and as a snack, I'd eat a whole family size bag.
And that's the thing, like peanut butter.
Oh my gosh.
Peanut butter's like cheap, and you're just like, oh, who wants a peanut butter and jelly? Blah blah blah. But it's just like it's so fucking calorie dense. No wonder kids are
We
fat.
didn't do the jelly. We just did the peanut butter.
No,
why didn't you have jelly?
Huh? I don't know.
You didn't have jelly?
No,
or
we
you didn't
probably
like jelly?
did have. No, I love jelly.
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
You gotta have a
jelly.
refrigerator for jelly.
We had a refrigerator.
You know what would throw you over the edge of that mayonnaise sandwich? A cold hot dog.
I hate cold hot dogs.
So you had a refrigerator?
Yeah, and we had a microwave. You know what? A friend of mine at work was shocked. Angel, who's older than my mom, because Angel had indoor plumbing. My mom had a fucking outhouse growing up.
Well, we'll see. We work with this lady who's since retired now.
Yeah.
She would tell me because she grew up in a poor farm in Iowa.
Yeah, like the rural.
I feel like I've talked about it before, way back then. I feel like I've talked about it before in the past on the podcast, but she grew up on a poor farm in Iowa, and they had like a school house because they were like in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm sure she's much older than my mom.
She's really not that old though.
Well, I'm sure she's like 20, 30.
So they had outhouses, but she said we were the best house in the neighborhood because they had twin shitters in their outhouse. Mm-hmm. Because there was 8 kids.
Well, yeah.
She's like, yeah, we were the talk of the whole neighborhood. I was like, why is that? Because she's like, we had a double shitter. I was like,
our shit pit was bigger than everybody else's.
I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, we had 2 shitters in the outhouse.
Even a freak could take a shit.
She's like, there was 8 of us kids and 2 parents.
You and your boyfriend?
We had to have 2 people shit at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, that made you the gossip of the whole fucking neighborhood?
Hey.
She's like, yeah, everybody wanted to come use it. I was like, that was entertainment back then. Everybody wanted to poop in their outhouse.
Yeah, which also back in the day, that was like the fuck shack too. So
the fuck shack. Hey baby, go take a shit. I'm gonna put this where the sun don't shine after that.
Yeah. We gotta take a short intermission, everybody, and we have another guest on the episode. Bro is back.
Hey everybody.
Brussels sprouts.
So we're talking about growing up poor. Do you have any
You mentioned, I know you mentioned hobo nachos. What are hobo nachos?
Hobo nachos are where you take some chips that you find in your pantry or, your closet that you keep food in. and you hoard food in. Because, you do hoard food because you're like, I don't know when I'm going to get my next meal, Mom. That's where I get everything. So,
you're Italian.
Yeah, and then you turn Italian because you're poor. And then you take the chips and you put it on whatever plate you got, most likely plastic from the dollar store, and then you take some shredded cheese and you just put some shredded cheese on there and you pop it in the microwave for like 10 seconds or until the cheese melts, or make it in the microwave.
Push the bitches.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it out and put whatever toppings you want on there. You can
sour
get jalapenos, sour cream,
tomatoes, onion,
leftover lettuce from taco night.
See, I feel like hobo nachos recipe. This is so hilarious how people are just like, we're bored with like nice, like wholesome food. Let's just make shit fucking food.
Type in poor man nachos.
Yeah, but I feel like that's also like a stoner thing too. It's just like, oh man, I want nachos so bad.
Throw it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
it's
one
like a
has
poor
like
/ stoner.
Or you can get like them French fries, or you can do it on your chips too. You take the American cheese slices instead of the shredded cheese.
On some off-brand Doritos.
Off-brand Doritos, that's right.
Everything's off-brand. Off-brand
Except
Doritos.
for fucking Oreos.
Fucking cheddar penguins.
Oh, those cheese slices are not Kraft singles.
Oh, no.
It's like government cheese.
Yeah, it's cheese product.
Yeah, this is like hobo hamburgers.
byproduct.
This is like how your guys'
Do
brother
you remember
lives.
hobo
Like,
pizzas?
Oh yeah, with the
Delicious.
This is like
bread.
how your guys' brother like lives because everything's just wrapped in foil.
That's basically how we live.
I actually was about to bring my brother some food this week. he told me he ran out. We need to get him some water jugs.
Well, that's like I saw a video on YouTube of this guy who was in prison, and of course they used commissary, so he was making like sweet and sour pork, and he took like Slim Jims and cut them up, and took like ramen. And then Kool-Aid packets for like the sweet and sour type of shit, and like hot sauce. And he made it so where it was unedible. He's like, I messed this up. I haven't been in prison for a while. So he messed it up and tried giving it away to homeless people. And they tried it and was just like, I can't eat this.
Oh no.
I remember watching videos of prison food and thinking like that prison burrito looks fucking delicious.
I watch Jessica Kent on YouTube, and she does a lot of prison stuff because she was in prison for like drug stuff. And she names it Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show. And I love it.
Oh, you've talked about that before.
I love it. Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show.
I just looked up. It's this is on First We Feast. The And this is on First We Feast website for like prison recipes. And this is called Peas, Clean Hands, Sweet Potato Pie. It's graham crackers, canned yams, sugar, honey, and butter.
Good, actually.
Well, and then with a lot of prison food, like, they can't control anything else, so cooking and cleanliness is all they can control. And if you, like, walk by somebody's food, they will yell at you because you're in their space and you're getting their food dirty.
Huh.
Like, they are
prisoners
feisty.
Your fucked up air is ruining my fucking prison pot stickers.
Don't breathe in my ramen!
Oh, we eat a lot of ramen.
We do.
It's like a quarter of
What's your
a pound.
favorite flavor of ramen, bro?
Beef. I can't do chicken.
What about you? Pork? Have you guys had the shrimp one?
Yeah, I like the shrimp one.
What's the...
I'm a chicken fan.
You're
What's
disgusting.
Didn't they have like a
Fuck
bunch
you.
of other ones? Like fucking like...
They
I do
have
the
chili
spicy ramen now.
and... Yeah.
It's like 90
They have like...
95 cents.
Google all the ramen. There's like 15 different varieties of ramen.
I love
They have
spicy.
original... They have one that's soy sauce flavor. They have shrimp. They have some kind of vegetable one.
Dude,
Beef, chicken, pork.
I want one of those ramen hoodies, man.
Yeah.
Those are so cool.
Not the ones in the cup. I hate the ones in the cup.
Not cupo noodles.
Just wrong.
Ooh, picante chicken.
Ranked worst to
Creamy
best.
chicken.
So we have the worst flavor is soy sauce, roast chicken, chili lime shrimp, chicken, beef, picante chicken, pork, roast beef, shrimp, creamy chicken.
Creamy chicken's bad.
I lost it.
They give you creamy chicken in prison? Yeah. Sweet.
Chili,
Well, they don't give it to you, but...
Welcome to
What's
my
this one?
prison store.
Creamy
That's what
chicken,
a prison store looks like.
Shrimp.
roast beef,
roast beef was the one that we had.
pork. So the picante chicken, just regular beef, regular chicken, chili lime shrimp.
I'm trying that one.
Roasted
So the worst one.
No, I thought the worst one was
The worst
bottom.
one was the soy sauce, yeah.
Yeah, the worst one's the soy sauce. So the soy sauce is the worst, and then the number one is
Was
The best? Is that
yeah
what
the
it
best. 25% less sodium. How is the chicken and the 25% less sodium chicken like different?
It's
maybe
less
maybe
salty.
it's extra
is? Salt
salty.
is disgusting.
So okay, so the less sodium ones are better than the regular.
It's because the
I-
salty
yeah.
ones are too salty.
The 25%.
So the best one, so the 25% less sodium beef is the best ranked ramen flavor.
That's right.
Now, do you microwave your ramen or do you boil your ramen?
Both.
That gives you two different textures.
In college, we used to take the chicken ramen and we'd boil it in a pot on the stove, and then we'd take Velveeta and one of the chicken packets and make chicken like mac and cheese ramen.
Oh, I used to take it, the ramen, and not put the packet in there, but boil the noodles. I microwave the noodles. Drain the water off and put pasta sauce on it. It's spaghetti.
You would.
I always drained it. Some people didn't and made it like a soup.
See, that's how I like it if I eat it the regular way.
Huh. I didn't always drain my shit off.
What was your go-to poor food? Hers is mayonnaise sandwiches.
The nachos.
Just the nachos?
Yeah, just put some cheese on some chips, pop it in the microwave.
Do you like pickle loaf? She's
Oh.
talking about pickle loaf.
Oh yeah, actually, I still enjoy it. I'm pretty sure because I was talking to a dietitian the other day, or well, she was presenting to our class the other day, and she came in and she was like, "I'm pretty sure that bologna is really high in B12 and something else that's found in organ meats because bologna is basically ground up organ meats."
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, it's actually healthy.
Pickle loaf is good for me.
See, that's the same thing with vegetable oil because vegetable oil is high in omegas.
That's what Mom always cook with.
Right. It's high on omega-3s, and
Shout out
that's
to my
why
mom.
that's why people are like, oh, it's high in omega-3s, but it also makes your arteries like fucking like dirt.
Shout out to my
It's like
mom
that
who's
thick
dying
ass
of motor
motor.
So it hardens your arteries, but our omega-3s are super good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing great. We never have to eat tuna again.
Our bone and joints are awesome, but our hearts are bad.
That's like Ryan's like sucralose is 0 calories. I was like,
Oh, we're going to bring this up again?
yeah.
Do you
Go ahead.
remember when we would put tuna salad on the tortilla chips and melt cheese on it?
Ew.
No.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
like
we did.
tuna helper, you know.
No, I don't like tuna helper.
No, she didn't. No.
Oh.
I would think I was the only one that liked hamburger tuna.
You were the only one that liked hamburger helper.
Yeah, that's what
Bubba
I thought.
didn't
I
like
told
hamburger.
Mom that, and she was like, "No, you I like it. None of y'all like it. I was like,
and I hated beef stroganoff.
I loved hamburger helper.
Yeah.
I haven't had hamburger helper.
I tried to make
in
mac
like
and
a
cheese.
decade.
I tried to make mac and cheese with the hamburger helper noodles and just the powder. It was fucking gross.
I take my mac and cheese like
and then put hamburger in it.
Shells and cheese, and then put hamburger in it.
That's what I like. I hate hamburger.
1 pound, 1 hand, 1 happy family.
1 hand.
Fuck that mitten.
It's literally fuck that mitten. It's basically like jerking off. Got 1 pound in 1 hand. 1 happy family. 1 happy family. And 9 months from now. 9 months from now.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 pound. I got it. I was like, how is the wiener 1 whole pound? Some people don't even have a whole wiener.
God.
What is the definition of a whole wiener?
I would say
what's the definition of a whole wiener?
Not you, Cody.
You're a dietitian.
You're a dietitian. You're also experienced in wieners.
What's the definition of a whole wiener?
What is your definition of a whole wiener?
The Frank you find in the package. That's a whole wiener right there.
Yeah. What if it's a little smoky wiener?
That's not a wiener. That's a little smoky.
Oh, you remember eating
That's a sausage.
Have you ever looked at a man? Okay, have any of you ever looked at a man's dick?
Any of you, as in burn me and your brother, or
any of us?
Okay.
Okay, so have you two ever? If I can do this, that's a whole one.
That's a whole wiener.
That is a wiener. That's a wiener and a half.
What? If it
That's
makes
a wiener and a half. Not my wiener, Frank.
if it's inside me and makes me want to shit.
Oh my god.
That's a good wiener.
That is not a no. What the fuck? Okay, so
You don't lose.
okay,
your
out of all the
Wiener.
wieners, out of all the wieners that you two have seen, have you ever seen one and you're just like, oh, it's so cute?
Yep.
Did you tell them that to their face?
Oh, I didn't think it was cute, but it's small enough to be. Oh, that's so cute. If I thought wieners were cute, but they're kind of gross.
It's like the Chihuahua of cocks.
If they're pets and barked.
Wieners and what do you call your?
I have never met an ungifted man.
Your purse down there. You're down there, purse.
Nutsack.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you call
Balls?
it balls,
Testiculars?
nutsack,
Your scrotum?
testicles,
Your
scrotum,
scrotal region. All that down
your
there.
your squirtle, your scrout,
Twig and berries.
your scuttlebug, your shell,
Your junk.
your scrabble.
What is that? It's a scuttle off of
Yeah.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what you call your Scrabble, but
9 across.
Your boggle. Your boggle area.
anyway, that with a soft wiener, a soft small wiener looks like a naked baby bird. That is not cute. Anybody that's
Like a turtle that has an undeveloped shell.
Well, you had. So you told me a
Soft shell
story.
turtle.
You told me a story. So Shyanne, you
with his
told.
head in,
Yeah.
squished on that.
He's an innie.
So Shyanne, Jesus Christ. So Shyanne, you told me a story that you were having sexual relations with a man, and you told him to get off of you one
Oh,
time.
I've
Yeah.
done that before too.
Yeah.
Well, not really off, but
No, I told him to get the fuck off me. I'm going home.
I was doing it with a guy, and then he was like, it was just so awkward. I was like, have you ever had sex before?
Yeah, no, this guy had.
And he was so mad after that. He was like, right, you're the one doing it, not me.
You're the one driving the boat here.
Yes, I'm just the
Let's
ocean.
just turn the ship around. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Oh, are we back to me?
I don't know.
Okay,
Back to
anyway,
you.
that was my first ex-fiance.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like the second time we ever had sex. And
Wait, the first time wasn't like a red flag? It's just like, I'll give him another chance.
yeah.
First time I was
What
drunk.
if you're nervous?
It's like the first time you have
What if
pickle
you're
up.
nervous?
I'll try again. It's like the first
How
time.
to get nervous, Karen?
Hey, I feel like everything deserves a second chance, okay?
Pamela, calm down.
It's like the first time you have pickle up. He's like, I'll give him another chance.
Yeah, you give it a
So the first time wasn't bad enough to be like, yeah.
Well,
okay.
I didn't know if he was nervous or something. I don't know.
We never had sex before.
Yeah. How am I supposed to know it's supposed to be like that all the time? And
And then the second time you told him to get off of you?
yeah, it's like you're just laying there. All he knows is missionary. It's like a dead fish on top of you, but his wiener's not even inside. I mean, X-rated, like triple X-rated. The wiener's not even inside, and he's just, do you feel that, baby? I'm like, Get off me.
Get off me.
I swear that couch cushion told me he loved me.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
I would rather put it in between the arm of the couch and the crack of the cushion.
I feel like you've thought about this before.
No, but...
Yes, you fucking have.
Well, if I was going to put my wiener somewhere, that's where it would be. If I was going to put my wiener somewhere
If
in
you
the couch.
if you both had a wiener, what, like, would you be, like, sluts? If you were a man for a week, would you be a slut?
I'm already a slut now.
I don't know if I'd be a slut. I don't know if I'd be a slut, but I'm playing with that thing all the time.
I do the same if I had tits. I would play with it all the time.
I'll find somebody
You
and
have
I'll
tits.
see if they're
Oh,
freaky
funny.
enough to let me stick it in their belly button.
Ooh.
That's what I would do.
I'm not doing that to you. No, I didn't. That was somebody else.
What?
Stick it in your belly button?
Well, like, just poked it.
I think that was your ex-fiance.
Oh, God.
Poked it like as a joke.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a perverted Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah.
It's just like do the hoo-hoo thing.
Do the thing.
God, beats the butthead.
Beats the butthead.
That's what yours sounded like.
Yeah.
Wait, it was a joke though. Like
Yeah, no, it wasn't like I'm trying to get off in your belly button. Somebody
Or
tries to get
stick
off
it
in
in
your
somebody's
butt
ear.
I would not. No, that's a weird joke. I'm not gonna lie. Stop whispering. Whispering doesn't make good podcasts or friends.
No, I can't. It's
We are not
Yeah,
going to.
okay.
Yeah. If you don't want to talk about it, don't fucking talk about it.
Well, I'll talk about it off the air.
Okay, off the air.
Yeah, so it's not recorded. Nobody can hold it against you.
Hey, welcome back to the Comcast radio show, everybody. We've said all the words you can't say on radio. We're on the internet.
Pamela and Karen.
Who's that?
Me and Pamela. Pamela over here.
What?
What did you
Are
say?
you Karen?
Yeah, you just called me Karen earlier.
Yeah.
What?
Like Jesus and David just did.
It's okay. This is.
Oh, that makes so hard. Wait, whoa, don't tickle my Scrabble.
Jesus Christ.
I just want to shake your boggle.
This is what happens when you grow up in the trailer and there's just four walls to talk to and a sister.
Oh, through the
Oh,
heat
y'all want to
vents.
know the longest word I ever played on Boggle?
Yeah.
Newts. That's the longest word I've ever played on Boggle.
How do we get the boggle?
Because she called it the scrotum your Scrabble, and I called it your Boggle. I said I want to shake
You
your
want to
boggle.
know the most points I've ever gotten on a word in Scrabble? Fez. F-E-Z.
How many
What
points?
is it? Double letter point,
Hey,
triple
I
word
beat you
point.
there. I got tree. T-R-E-E.
Oh.
Fez
No, I'm
isn't a
talking-
word though.
Yeah, it is. Like, you're gonna call it Fez?
Fuzz?
Police. No.
Fuzz.
No, it's Fez.
No. Like the
Oh,
guy.
well, let me put...
Like the
God
guy-
damn it, put in Fez. Put in Fez up there.
Like the guy off of fucking that 70s show?
F-E-S. His is F-E-S, foreign exchange student. That's what his name
Alright,
is.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
F-E-Z. Fez.
All right, Family Feud. We're gonna put the answer.
Is
on
it
the
up
board.
there?
The Fez, also called
A tarboosh.
tarboosh, is a felt headdress in the shape of a short cylindrical.
You didn't know, like the
hat.
fucking, the
the
hat in the
hat.
hotel. Yeah, the monkey hat
That's
too.
the monkey hat with the symbol.
You
I thought it was
that.
the police.
That's the fuzz.
That's the fuzz.
The Fez is the police.
Well, Fez is more points than Fuzz.
Holy shit! You didn't
Oh,
even-
maybe
Probably
they say Fed.
Probably because this is America.
Feds.
Nobody
The
knows what
Feds.
you're
With a
talking.
D.
I'm spread.
Oh, the Feds.
The Fez. I thought it was the Fez. We're bringing in the Fez.
Playing any kind of game with Shyanne is like trying to read her fucking mind. It's like I'm guessing I'm grasping at straws here. Oh, Fez! I don't even know what it is.
But it's like anything that ends in ing is just in.
Fuck it.
We was
Oh.
walking.
Oh, are we talking about me now? Making fun of me? I grew up poor. You know how hard that is? Millions of Americans do it every day. Some don't survive.
That's true. You know what they say. You know what they say. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But apparently, millions every day do it.
Only the strong will survive. We have to make sure our race survives.
My fellow workers.
my fellow Americans, it's not what you can do for this podcast. What can this podcast do for you?
We have to make sure our trash stays white. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
No, we love all trash equally, except for perverts. What's them perverts that touch kids? Yeah, they're not equal. The perverts.
What kind of trash is a pervert trash?
Pervert trash, bib overalls, cheap cigars, bald.
There's two people in this room that are basically bald.
Perverts.
I don't have bib overalls, so. Yeah. And I don't smoke cheap cigars.
Overalls, cigarettes, and bald.
And can't shave.
Can't shave?
Yeah.
Because they have no
Perverts.
Because they have no
They're too
arms.
busy putting them in their pockets to play with their wieners. Wiener, my bad. Only one wiener.
I'm pretty sure every pedophile has like a hole in every single pocket of their pants.
I was basically just describing the neighbor.
Yeah,
It's like the Larry the Cable Guy cutting your sleeves off. It's just like you like tear out a hole in every single pocket.
What's the vest? He says, work vest?
Sweater vest?
No, it's Lincoln.
Oh, the guy I work with. Yeah.
That's a great invention.
Yeah, one of the guys I work with, he cut his dress shirts along the seam, so it's like a work vest, and he wears like a t-shirt underneath of it, and it actually looks legit like a shirt. Like it legit looks like it's put together.
Really?
But he literally just cut the sleeves off of his dress shirt. And he's gotten compliments on it, and nobody has said anything about it.
Really?
Like, he just wears a plain t-shirt underneath of it, and he wears a fucking dress vest. That's what he calls it.
Huh.
It's the most insane thing.
I need to up my professional attire.
And then Cheyenne's just like, why don't you just use a seam ripper? He's like, I'm fucking poor, man. All I got scissors.
No, he goes, what's a seam ripper? I said, it's like a baby pocket knife.
It's like a baby pocket knife.
Beat on the end so you don't stab yourself.
True. It looks like one of those meat pokers.
Yeah, but it's got a little red bead on the side. On one of them.
Oh, I've seen those before.
Yeah, everybody's seen them.
Okay.
It kind of looks like, what are those, a bayonet?
Oh no! What are the cheese
bayonet's
forks?
a knife.
The cheese.
That's not a fucking knife.
The cheese.
That looks like a vegetable peeler.
The cheese forks. The little ting. The little two prong.
Oh, the escargot.
The
Yeah.
little ting.
The snail fork.
Snail fork.
It's a pickle fork.
Whatever.
It's a pickle fork. The little baby ones that are like this tall and they'll have 3 little prongs.
No, these are 2.
Snails only have
Snails
2.
have 2.
Oh. Snail what?
Forks.
Fork. What's a snail fork? So you get snails.
It's how you eat the escargot.
Have you never seen Pretty Woman?
No.
Well,
Have you seen anything, you uncultured swine?
How's
a snail fork?
Yeah.
And then the other thing looks like
I want the fork that looks like a cow hoof.
like a circle tongue.
Latchhook.
No, the thing
Oh,
behind
for snail. Yeah, like 2 pinches.
Circle tongs.
Circle
I
tongue.
don't know what they're called.
Stork?
No, it's to hold
they're
the
like
snail.
2 little circles
To hold
that
the
go like
shell.
this.
To hold the shell while
Kind
you
of like
dig it out.
lesbian sex. Go like this.
That's like the quail egg opener, too. What? The quail egg opener? What the fuck is that? Like an opener only for quail eggs?
Let's-
It looks like tongs.
Just looking up useless.
It looks like tongs and it has a hole in
utensils.
one end and then a blade in the other.
Hey, we're learning.
And you put it up to it and you put it up.
That fucking thing, like, it looks like a scissor ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well, it looks like nail clippers.
You know what that
Like
looks
pet
like?
nail clippers.
What?
That
the
looks
fuck?
like a calf bander.
Do you like hard boil the egg or something?
No, you just open it if you're going to cook it.
Why do you have to use that?
It's just easier to
Just
open.
crack the bitch.
It's a quail
They're
egg.
like
They're
this
little
big.
bitty.
They're really
They're like the robin
So
egg.
you just go like tink.
They're for rich people.
Oh, have you guys ever saw somebody eat balut?
No.
Like the
Blue?
bear from fucking Jungle Book?
No,
The egg with a
B-A-L-U-T.
fertilized chicken in it.
Oh,
it's a duck.
no.
It's a fertilized
Oh, yeah,
duck,
a duck.
egg.
How do you spell that?
It's Korean.
B-A-L-U-T. It's actually not Korean.
I thought it was
Koreans eat
Korean.
but
Ew!
Taiwan?
Filipino.
Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah. I watch a lady eat it.
Balut is a
Delicious.
Filipino term for a fertilized developing egg embryo that is boiled and eaten from the shell, and it is commonly sold as street food in China and other Southeast Asian countries,
How do you
notably Cambodia, where
in
it is,
Vietnam. Kim is Vietnamese.
where it is called,
Vietnam.
I don't know what that
Vietnam.
is, and Vietnam, where it is called Truong Viet Lon. I don't know. The length of incubation before the egg is cooked
That's
is a
good.
matter of
Vietnamese.
local preference, but generally ranges between 14 to 21 days. This is a fully formed fucking baby.
It's not fully formed. It's
It's got arms and legs.
It's
fully formed.
Those are lungs.
It's like
and an eyeball.
It's like doing an abortion.
Oh gosh.
Oh, but you eat it?
Yeah, you eat it.
Ew. That's a fucking head.
It gives you
that yellow thing's the yolk.
Well, they don't always look like that. That's probably one that's been cooked too long.
This shit's making me sick.
That makes me sad.
People get mad at it, but it's just extra protein.
I'm not mad, but it's really
extra protein. There's feathers in there.
You can get your carbohydrates.
Oh gosh, I can't look at that no more. That makes me sad.
What's a
We'll fucking click on it if you want to know.
Turdos. I think it's the same thing. They just pull them out whole.
The yellow part is the fat sack.
Ew.
Not really fat sack.
Stop talking about that.
While we're looking at it.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's just a different word for it.
It's what the baby eats.
It's fucking gross, dude. Yeah.
I think it's cool.
No, it's not cool at all.
Y'all look it up and see how disgusted you get.
What?
Live it.
Yeah.
Oh, the people.
You don't talk to your people.
Ask them. I don't
You
know.
don't talk to your people.
What people? Yeah, we're huge
The
in
people
India.
on the internet?
Yeah. Look up Baloo the bear off of fucking Jungle Book. That's way better than fucking Googling dead fucking egg fetuses. Yeah. Somebody I used to work with. Somebody I used to work with had chickens. And they're like, yeah, they're like, if you ever see a little bit of blood in the egg, it means it's starting to be fertilized. And then,
we've had plenty of those.
and then I was like, that's gross. And I was like, have you ever had one that was like an actual like forming baby chicken? And they're like, yeah, it's just extra protein. I was like, fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. I was like, I do not want to chew my eggs like I'm chewing a fucking steak. I was like, I'm not doing that.
There's more bones than anything.
Why is there a mushroom in your egg? I don't put any mushrooms in here.
I don't know if y'all eat sardines or not anyway, but they usually eat the bones in that.
That's another thing we eat a
It's
lot.
the same thing. It's like eating the bones from the chicken, you eat the bones in the fish. Same thing.
I use bread.
Shell on shrimp. Same thing.
I treat fish differently than baby ducks. Excuse me. Baby ducks are cute. Fish can fuck off.
Fish do not feel pain.
No.
Fish
They do, actually.
Then why do catfish scream when you peel their skin off?
Oh my god.
Because they're alive.
Well, yeah.
What the fuck?
That's how you.
What the fuck?
No, that's how you skin a catfish. You do it while it's still
You skin a
alive.
catfish when it's still fucking alive.
That's all. That's the way I've always seen it.
I didn't know it was skin.
Let's just say that Shyanne and Bro grew up centered around animal cruelty, probably. Not yourself. No judgment. No judgment here.
It's a way of living. It's a way of living.
Fast is in the past.
You get your tuna in a can. I get mine out of the sea.
You'll get your tuna in a can. I catch mine with my mouth.
Hey, okay,
Oh my gosh.
so
Is that how you meant it? Because that's how I got it.
No.
I'm smelling what you're opening now.
so a significant body.
Smelling my can of tuna, are you?
No, we're sisters.
Disgusting.
I know.
So a significant body of scientific evidence suggests that yes, fish can feel pain. Their complex nervous systems, as well as how they behave when injured, challenge long-held beliefs that fish can be treated without any real regard for their welfare.
And those are
There's
that's
videos on how
people
to
don't
talk
care
to
about fish either. So.
No, people give a shit, because apparently in small towns, and
I'm sure also in other countries.
I'm pretty sure, skinning a catfish alive is kind of mean.
That's Google. Put
You're the
Google
bear.
on.
You're the bears of people.
I never skinned a catfish. That's just how I've seen it done.
I didn't skin.
Oh, you're probably back here like, this is gonna taste so fucking good because it just
No,
screamed
I
when
had
it
no
died.
inside. It's really sad. I cried when I heard it.
Well, that's like people thought lobsters were screaming, but it's just the air coming from out of the shells.
Google if.
Hey, let me ask you this: do you think bears give a shit when they rip a fucking salmon's head off?
No.
No.
They're just trying to catch another one after
That's
this
the
one.
call of the wild, buddy.
Yep.
So just
Birds
because
gotta
we're
fly,
fucking
fish gotta-
advanced
birds
creatures,
gotta eat,
I
fish
mean, we
gotta
gotta
swim.
feel sorry for fish.
Birds gotta eat.
That's
I don't
it.
know.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta eat.
Nope.
That's
You didn't
right.
say it right.
Pedophiles gotta do what they do.
No, they don't.
Well, you know what you can do? You can rise up against animal cruelty and just eat bologna like
And
us.
pedophilia.
Here's
Just
what we
eat
do.
Meatloaf.
Here's what we do. We sick the pedophiles against the bears, and we see who wins.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I vote pedophiles because the
Okay.
bear don't want a dick in its ass.
For
What
women,
the fuck, Ryan?
What?
There's also women pedophiles.
there are a lot of
That's
female pedophiles.
You went
Yeah.
dark there.
How did I go dark?
You're talking about fucking bears.
You're talking about skinning catfish that scream.
They
She
do.
Yeah, fish
When
feel
they're
pain.
alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we can talk about animals all day long, screaming and yelling, but Ryan's like, ooh, pedophiles. And then everybody's like, touchy subject. No, you're like, ooh, fucking bears.
Fucking bears.
Excuse me, mister. Bears. Let's adjust your glasses, Mr.
Hey,
Fancy.
We can't help that. Can we? Can we? Team glasses, can we?
No.
Can we help adjusting our glasses?
Do you have glasses?
Nope. I mean, I do have glasses, but I said we can't help it.
Can't help it. Sometimes.
Oh, my glasses are in my backpack. I only need them for reading. I got astigmatism.
So does he. Whoa. Team stigmatism.
Team stigmatism. You're in the fucking team too. Yeah, I probably got one. Yeah, I got my glasses. You're like, you're a fucking nerd. I was like, I resent that. But I never called you a nerd.
Team stigma.
Oh yeah.
Alpha Kappa stigma.
But then I was like, but then you were kind of
beta alpha stigma. Alpha beta. Kappa beta alpha stigma.
But you were kind of giving me
stigma.
But you were kind of giving me shit, Ryan.
Zeta Kappa stigma.
Jesus Christ.
Alabaster stigma.
All right, now you can go. But you were kind of giving me shit for having glasses, and I was like, answer me this. I was like, do you squint when you fucking read? Yeah. I was like, do you squint to see a lot? Yeah. I was like, you probably have fucking stigmatism too. Probably. Yeah. Team stigmatism.
Do these glasses help you? Yes.
Team
you may have a stigmatism.
Everybody. Oh wow. I can't see shit now.
Yeah. Welcome to life, buddy.
I just pulled them up.
You can't see. It's weird.
I found out
it's coming back. That's how your eyes get worse. Coming back to me.
Anatomy class.
If you wear them all the time, your eyes will get worse. Yeah, I know.
Well, but I want to be able to see.
You rely on it.
Fuck me if I want to see.
No.
You ready to do some news stories? It's that time.
What?
Is it that time? Yep.
What? Why don't we get an extra long segment like Jake and I like him. He's on one of my favorite episodes.
Grant.
The
gas station dandy.
The goddamn gas station dandy sticker picker.
What?
Picks the stickers on my side.
Yeah. And what the fuck do you do when you have anxiety?
What do I do when I have anxiety?
Cry.
I hyperventilate.
You cry.
And I cry.
You cry a lot.
Well, you know what? I have fucking anxiety all the time.
I know. Yeah,
all right.
Me too. What's your anxiety?
What are you gonna pick on me for? Huh? 4 eyes?
Because I like to.
4 eyes!
That's rude. A lot of people have glasses out.
You know what? I'm wearing glasses right now!
I was going to say she's also wearing glasses. I think you can call someone 4 eyes if you also have 4 eyes.
That's like saying you can't call somebody fat unless they're fat too.
Somebody who has bifocals. They're 6 eyes?
Sexy eyes.
Sexy eyes.
Take off your glasses so we can engage in quickness.
You guys don't get an extra
a monocle?
I need a monocle because I only have astigmatism in one eye.
So if you guys couldn't tell, it's called the Cumcast. Your guys' last name's not coming, so you don't get an extra long segment.
So? Jake's last name is Rubel.
Well, guess what? People
and
like...
Grant's last name is...
People on the podcast like Jake and Grant.
Well, you know what? They like me too. I am the #1 most listened to episode.
They didn't even know you were...
Yes, I do.
They didn't even know you were going to be on there.
Hey, you know what? But once they found out I was going to be on there, they stayed. So you're fucking welcome. That's the
quicker we get off this podcast, the quicker we can get to that wine.
Actually, I have trauma from drinking 2 weeks ago.
Well, it was a week ago.
A week ago. But you know what? I do have a bottle in there. We need to finish.
The quicker I can get to that wine.
And snack.
You're 1 glass before you're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let her live her life.
You know, just because I don't have drinking buddies and I'm not conditioned properly doesn't mean I can't have my 1 glass of good time.
Yeah, Cody. All right, we're getting to some news topics. Go.
Oh, yeah. This is great.
So scientists call for Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos to be cold, which is killed, basically.
What?
Yeah. So, yeah, like legit. So...
Maybe we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yes.
I did it. About them being killed?
No,
Yeah.
not about them being killed, but them existing.
I've told you about this.
Yeah.
So Escobar purchased 4 hippos in the 1980s for his private zoo, which we talked about on the podcast before. So after his death, the government seized control of his estate and left the hippos to fend for themselves. And it's been 30 years, basically.
So now the number of hippos has grown to 100.
Yeah.
There's 100 hippos. 100 hippos. 4 hippos turned into 100. And they're just
incestual hippos.
They're just roaming around the fucking countryside in Colombia. It's crazy. So scientists have warned that this number could grow to 1,500 in as little as 20 years. This could cause irreversible damage to the environment. The waste from the hippos is also dangerous to other animals and humans because they spread their feces around to mark their scent like a little fucking boat rudder. They just like spread shit around the water like a kid with a fucking paintbrush.
No need to get a shit spreader. Just go get you a hippo.
Yeah. Hippos are also known to be very aggressive. They kill more people annually in their native country of Africa than any other mammal.
That's more than sharks. That's more than alligators. That's more than spiders. That's more than snakes.
None of those you just mentioned are mammals.
Oh. Whoops. That's more than my sister.
So an ecologist has stated saying, nobody likes the idea of shooting a hippo, but we have to accept that no other strategy is going to work. Relocation might have been possible 30 years ago when there were only 4 hippos.
Yeah, because we've talked about this in the past, because I talked about it. He got them.
We didn't talk about them murdering them.
Not relocate the hippos.
That's what I said for the hippos.
Airlift the hippos.
There's 100.
Airlift the cocaine.
Yeah, we will airlift every hippo in 24 hours.
I mean, he got it because he wanted protection.
Get 100 helicopters.
He kept them in like his backyard for protection, so they would kill people, and he's had them there since '93. And then he got taken away
in the 80s. He's had it since the 80s.
But they've been there forever.
Oh, because he's a drug lord.
But it's like perfect conditions for them to survive.
Well, the thing is, in Colombia, they have no natural predators.
No.
So David Lopez is a...
This motherfucker was smart.
So David Lopez and the...
Bring the lion! Bring in the lions!
David Lopez is a government environmentalist. Excuse you. David Lopez is a government environmentalist, and he has been searching for other options other than killing them. He himself has only been able to castrate 1 hippo per year, while the population is growing by roughly 10%.
What the fuck else
in
is
that
he
amount
doing?
of time. He's trying to. You have to find them first. Pablo Escobar's estate.
How hard is it to find it?
Well, his estate is hundreds and hundreds of acres, and then you have to
send in the military.
And then
fighting
they don't want to.
it.
The government's the one that left them to fend for themselves. They're not going to help.
Can't we engage in that Operation Hungry Hippo?
I
thinking on now.
I think the U.S. should probably stay away from other people's
Stay away from other people's hippos.
Yeah.
I just want to help protect those hippos.
I would rather go and invade a country for hippos rather than ruthless nonsense of governmental affairs.
Because we don't want to pay our debts back.
We just want the hippos.
Hippos are people too.
Take the hippos and bring them to Florida.
Just because they're
not alligators.
Just because they're on cocaine doesn't make them bad.
Slaughtering animals. I mean, slaughtering mammals.
So Lopez says there has to be another solution. These hippos have become part of the local identity, but time is running out. So hopefully
we've only got 20 years.
I already gave you
20 years will be here before you know it. But see, if 100 to 1,500 is a huge fucking comparison. 1,500 is a huge jump from 100. And then they'll literally destroy the entire
Didn't you learn
ecosystem.
from Noah's Ark 2x2 equals 100?
And that's how we bring them back 2x2.
So hopefully they can figure out a situation soon.
I'll never give up on it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Just call us. We'll give you a lot of ideas.
Take care of the hippos?
Yeah, take care of the hippos.
Bring in the lions. Airlift them. Take them to Florida.
That's what everybody else does.
We'll do this one more. I have this other one, and then we can get into the next segment. So a man survives in the Australian bush for 18 days and only ate mushrooms and drank dam water.
Water from the dam, not dam water.
Yeah.
So Robert Webber, 58, from Queensland, Australia, basically he got lost for 18 days, and the property owner spotted him near a dam.
That's 2.5 weeks.
Weber stated that he went a different route going home because he was trying to avoid traffic. He's quoted saying, "I was due home that night and I was on my jolly way back home." So Weber says it was a bumper-to-bumper traffic. It was bumper-to-bumper traffic, and I made a split-second decision of error and paid 18 days for it. So basically, his car got stuck in like the countryside, basically, but it's Australia.
So the desert.
Yeah. So he stayed at his car after it became stuck for 3 days with his dog. He stayed at the dam. He stayed at the dam for the other 12 days. So there was a dam nearby that he could walk to, but him and his dog lived in the car for 3 days and just sat there. And then he stayed at the dam for the other 12. And he said...
That's only 15.
For 15 days. So he was sleeping on the ground, drinking dam water, and eating mushrooms around the dam. He said, "I had no shelter. I passed out. My body couldn't cope," Weber said. That was the misery part of it. Authorities added that Weber was taken to the hospital after suffering from exposure, but is otherwise safe and well, though the dog has not been found yet.
Oh.
He fucking ate that motherfucker. Nothing tastes better with some good old wild mushrooms than dog.
Just about to ask
makes me
if he
sad.
had the dog with mushrooms.
Yeah,
Shiitake and Australian Shepherds.
he ate that fucking dog.
He probably did, man. He ate the dog. He ate the dog after the third day. He's like, "Look here, buddy. We haven't eaten everything for 3 days."
Look, I'm really sorry about this.
Actually,
but you're gonna have to die.
The lion ate the dog.
God damn it, we were supposed to send the lions to Cambodia.
They accidentally sent them to Australia.
What? Not again, FedEx.
Oh, can I do this last one? This one's pretty fucked up, and then we'll get into
I don't know.
Fury. So, the last article we have this week for you guys, a female Nazi concentration camp secretary, who's a former secretary, is being charged with the deaths of 10,000 people.
Just now?
Yeah, they just now have linked her to it.
Is she still alive?
Yes. So a former...
Really?
Listen. Well, I'm getting to it. So a former secretary from Stutthof concentration camp has been charged with complicity in the murders of 10,000 people.
I'm sure it's more than that.
She's being prosecuted in Itzehoe, Germany, charged with aiding...
What's that? It's a hole.
She's charged with aiding and abetting in the murders. The woman has not been named. She's being accused of assisting in the killings herself. Her position was a stenographer and secretary to the camp commander between 1943 and 1945. She will face a juvenile court since she was a minor at the time of the alleged crimes. She was a child when she was a secretary.
She doesn't have
She
a
was
choice
new.
then.
She was just new.
She's a kid following orders.
Yeah.
She was a child,
Very
so
underdeveloped.
She's fucking 93.
She couldn't technically make her own decisions.
she was under 18
She's
years
a child.
old.
She's got to listen to what
But
she's told.
she's being charged with them because she participated in them and actually took charge in killing people.
She didn't kill anybody.
I
She's a
don't think-
secretary.
She took charge in it.
Did she take charge, or was she told to take charge?
It says that if
But what
she
is
was
the-
told,
we will never know the actual
if
story.
she was told to, then she wouldn't be. She wouldn't be in the
don't know
process of being
that.
charged with 10,000.
We
The
do
deaths
not
of
know
10,000
that.
people.
Nobody will ever know what actually
Are we
happened, other than
defending a
people that were
Nazi,
there.
or are we trying to get her prosecuted? That's the question I want to hear.
She's fucking old as dirt now. She's gonna die in 2 days. What?
She's 93.
No, that's another person that was charged just recently.
Oh.
Why would... There's 100 years old.
Does any
Just cut 'em off.
17
They've
year old
already lived with all this trauma. Just
So
cut 'em
the
off.
woman who was a minor at the time
As long
of the
as they
alleged
know
crimes
they're
is
responsible.
accused of having assisted those responsible
be
at
here
the
anymore.
camp
They
in
don't.
the systematic killing of Jewish prisoners, Polish partisans, and Soviet-Russian prisoners of war in her function as a stenographer and secretary to the camp commander. She was the camp commander's secretary.
A child secretary.
And she was also female, and this was also in the olden days, so if she didn't do it, she might have got raped.
Yeah, probably.
Forced.
No, it's not even rape. It's molestation. She's
Well,
a child.
she's also being charged with the deaths of 10,000 people. So
I feel like I should just let her go.
That's my opinion.
It's the same thing with child soldiers. They've been fucking mentally
You're
abused
brainwashed.
to where they kill people. So I don't feel like you should hold her accountable, especially this long. It's like it's over and done with. Yeah, it was a bad fucking thing.
It was awful, but
she had a pen in her hand and wrote shit down. How did she have anything to do with it at all?
she was probably told to write shit down. It's either do it or you're going to be raped and then murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molested, whatever.
Because that's what they fucking did.
You're going to be forced because they are brutal men or women. I don't know who's older than her. And they're going to force you.
Nobody now. She's old.
Yeah.
She's older than everybody now.
Right.
She can do what she wants.
Right.
Well,
she can make her own decisions now.
can you imagine what the day-to-day is of that? It's just
It's gonna be
just like,
traumatic.
Janice, what's on my schedule today?
Well, her name wasn't
Well-
Janice because
well-
she's German.
Well,
German Janice.
I know.
As a whole.
German Karen.
German Karen,
Hey, whoa.
what's on my schedule for today? Well, at 9 you're
No,
having
you got to
breakfast.
speak with an accent.
Well, at 9 you're having breakfast with the commander. Or you are the commander, sorry. You're having breakfast with the men. And then at 10 you're scheduled to kill 1,000 people.
It's 10,000.
No, it took 10 days. Come on now.
I don't know if it took 10 days to kill that many people.
No, it took more than that.
Oh, I'm just talking about
You're not
less.
very smart with your new glasses.
I'm sure there are thousands of people that died in one day.
Right. All right. Let's get into the next segment. Foray Fury, everybody.
Wilderness must be explored.
Yeah, the wilderness must be explored.
No, we just gotta play some hardcore rock music. Fury, 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 Fury.
All right, this week's segment is Real Life Animal Horror Stories. This is from grunge.com, and it was written by Nolan Moore. Everybody loves...
Thank you for the story, Nolan.
Thank you. Everybody loves animal monster movies and horror stories.
More Nolan.
Like Jaws and Cujo or The Birds, but those are just films, and these stories are actually in. They're actually happening.
You know what's a scary animal story?
Your fucking face.
Frogs.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Frogs.
Frankenweenie.
That's a horrible, horrible movie.
It's actually scary, though.
Yeah, it's
No,
Where
gross.
they
it's not.
peck your eyes out and shit.
Well, when we went to the aquarium in
Birds.
Cincinnati,
I thought it was crows.
so when we went to the
Crows are
aquarium in
birds, though.
Cincinnati, they had the poison dart frogs all in one cage, all in one like little terrarium with each other.
Did you have a me moment?
No.
Oh.
I just thought it was funny that you pointed out crows are birds.
So when we went to the aquarium,
Gotcha.
when we went to the aquarium in Cincinnati, they had all the poison dart frogs in one little terrarium together. And I was like, this is enough poison dart frogs to kill everybody in this fucking building.
Yeah.
Like, there was like 12 of them in there.
That's why they're behind glass, sir.
Yeah.
That's the
I was like, what if somebody just broke this fucking plexiglass and they just went everywhere?
Why would you do that?
Release the frogs! Free the frogs! Those bitches
No,
don't
I would freak the
Whoa.
fuck out. There was literally like 12 of them in there.
Watch those kids
What?
run up and lick the
It's
frogs.
like one of them Disney evil villains. They're like, my plan today is to break the glass from the frogs.
To release something cool. Throw a shark at somebody.
My plan today is to put toilet paper in front of the eye of the toilet and
We're
clog it.
going to still We're just gonna release the frogs.
My plan today is to put toilet paper in front of the eye of the toilet and never flush it.
Ew, and then poop
But
on
like
the
that
bench.
evil villain is just like has a list, just like get dressed, have coffee, look at yourself in the mirror and say you're gonna have a good day. It's like
Tuck your wiener between your legs and say, would you fuck me?
fulfill evil plan.
Like the Grinch?
That's
The
not
Grinch
there.
tucks his wiener?
No,
Oh.
but he has that plan where he's like,
It's from Silence of the Lambs, guys.
Like,
Why?
Silence
I
of the
never
Lambs.
watch a scary movie.
No, me not either.
It's from Silence of the Lambs, you
Yeah.
uncultured swine.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
like
want
the Grinch
How,
better.
why would
I
you
like
not
that
watch a
better.
movie where a man tucks his wiener between his legs and he murders women and makes skin vests out of
Nobody
them?
wants to watch anybody
I
tuck
watched
their
Joe
wiener.
Dirt. Close enough. I
Yeah.
already watched it.
Joe Dirt does not tuck his wiener between his legs.
Talking about poor people.
So
We
Joe
got
Dirt,
you.
the guy on that movie, Buffalo
David
Bob,
Spade.
it's based
Oh.
Buffalo
I
Bob.
know.
It's based off of the Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
why I
that's
said I
what we're
basically
saying.
watched it because I watched Joe Dirt.
Basically.
Yeah.
You basically watched it besides like the whole rest of the movie.
Bro, he pet his poodle and tucked his wiener. It's all the same.
And then looked at Hemi magazines.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
All right.
Furry Fury.
So this is Jack versus the Wolverine. Around 19...
I just want to state, Furry
Thank
Fury
you.
was Ryan's idea.
Yeah. and
Oh,
it's a
by
good
the way,
idea.
It's a great segment.
I apologize everybody for Ryan's minute and 25 second beer review.
absolutely fucking ungodly long.
I thought it was a good beer review. Get off my ass.
It was my first one.
No, you've reviewed a couple.
Well, it was
Well,
good.
why don't you shove your
Breakfast
fucking...
makes perfect.
Well, he always gives me shit.
Shut up, Four Eyes!
It's taking forever. And I was like, I timed him. He was sitting right there. I was like, 1 minute and 25 seconds. I was like, you're a fucking terrible.
Hey, shave your unibrow, bitch. So
Yeah,
around
shave your
1979, a
mustache.
trapper named Jack was living near Nome, Alaska in the mountains. According to writer Larry Canute, Jack was a loner who just set series of traps to actually survive in the region. One day he was trudging through the snow. He was checking his snares. He actually was trying to find some kind of birds for dinner is what he actually trapped. However, Jack didn't notice that the birds were leaving a blood trail in the snow. And he definitely didn't see the wolverine that was following closely behind him. Later that day, a huge storm ravaged the mountains, a big snowstorm, forcing Jack to take cover under a nearby ledge as he slept. The wolverine crept into Jack's hiding spot, grabbed the bird, startled Jack, and accidentally scared the critter, the wolverine.
Oh, no!
Yeah, the wolverine started to feel trapped, and
That scared me.
the wolverine... the wolverine actually attacked Jack, started slashing his hands in his face. And wolverines have actually been known to kill polar bears.
Oh my gosh!
So Jack was
You know how they kill the polar bears? They eat their asshole first.
so Jack was
Polar bear got shipped to Africa before the hippos.
yeah. So Jack was pretty fucked up. Actually, one of the wolverine's claws got snagged in Jack's zipper on his coat, causing the creature to get terrified even fucking more. It actually tore up Jack so bad, some of the skin came off of the bone.
Oh shit.
His bone, nerd.
Right. No. So after the wolverine fucked up Jack, he took the birds...
Wait. Is that part of the story when after the wolverine fucked up Jack?
I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
So after the wolverine fucked up Jack, he ended up taking the birds and running off. Needing medical attention, Jack staggered back through the blizzard, back to his cabin, dizzy and faint. He actually waited several days until somebody hadn't seen him and went to go check on him. And he actually ended up getting treated.
He's telling a story. Be quiet.
Getting treated and making a full recovery, even though it looked like Jack had been attacked by a buzzsaw.
So, a question. Why did he go out in the blizzard?
To get birds.
He was
What birds?
He was like a loner. He was a homeless. He's trapping.
He was a homeless.
He's trapping. This is 1979.
But he's in a blizzard.
He's trapping in Alaska. What do you do in a blizzard if you're out trapping in Alaska?
You fucking stay inside.
There are Dollar Generals in Alaska, Cody.
I guarantee there is.
You find shelter.
No.
And that's what he did.
Dollar Generals are everywhere.
No.
Yes, they are.
I know, but...
Yeah. So Jack got fucked up and got his birds taken by Wolverine.
What a
So,
dick.
whatever.
Fucking dick-ass Wolverine.
This next one we have is The Legend of the Cluster Wolf. Some call it actually...
Is the last one?
That C word.
No.
How many are you telling?
Cluster? Yeah.
Cody, that was a 2-minute story.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they call this the Cluster Wolf, another name, the Gray Devil of the Desert. Others call him the master criminal of the animal world. But most just call him the Cluster Wolf. He actually prowled in the hills of Cluster, South Dakota. But he didn't seem as a mere wolf. He was more of a ghost.
I just thought he had like a big bowl of peanut clusters.
No. For 9 years, the Cluster Wolf had killed and maimed cow after cow, seemingly for pleasure.
Seemingly.
Seemingly for pleasure.
Seemingly, not seemingly.
Whatever.
So it's Cluster County. That's why they call him the Cluster Wolf.
Yeah. But but a ghost, the Gray Devil of the Desert, he'd gone by several names.
Jersey Devil.
But it seemed like he wouldn't just eat these cows for food. He would basically torture them, breaking their legs, biting off their tails, just for spite.
Like when Shyanne eats pickle loaf.
Yeah. Some people just believe that he was just out to murder these animals. Soon, they ended up getting enough money for a $500 bounty on the Cluster Wolf's head. Desperate, the U.S. government brought in a professional hunter named H.P. Williams. In March of 1920, he ended up going out and trying to find the Cluster Wolf.
In order to fool his prey, William covered his shoes with scent of a female wolf just to lure him and try to actually kill the cluster wolf. But the wolf ended up escaping William's trap. Unfortunately, the cluster wolf, however, eventually stepped into the trap and couldn't escape. Williams then tracked the animal back to his lair, or where he was actually found hiding. When he actually ended up seeing the cluster wolf, it was nothing but an elderly, grayish, old wolf with bad teeth and an old raggedy coat.
It's like Susie.
Like, the big bad wolf, but when it gets turned into the grandma.
But like on meth.
When it gets turned into the
So they can track down this fucking wolf, but they can't track down 100 hippos.
Yeah. Well,
Pathetic.
right.
Let's send the men from the wolf to the hippo land.
They just need to put a $500
to
bounty.
Hippoland.
$500 value.
You know
for
what?
100
Why don't we
hippos.
just turn it into
$1
a
per
park,
hippo.
and we'll just call it Hippoland, and we'll all feed them like big old watermelons or something.
And Johnny Knoxville has to run it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll do one more here. This is
I will say, this is a real cluster wolf of a podcast.
Yeah. We'll do one more here. This is actually the Wolves of Paris. Some people, you might have heard this story before. It's been on like other podcasts, I think like True Crime and stuff like that. But
It's the same thing as like the wolves.
this is an actual true story. This shit actually
Right.
happened.
Well, this is the same thing as like the wolves in Wyoming. There's like fucking wolves and they like kill a bunch of like cattle and shit.
Yeah,
in
and they have to go
and they're
hunt them
huge,
down and all this
but
shit.
they're huge though.
Yeah, they're very big. So the Wolves of Paris, this happened a very long time ago in, it looks like the 1400s.
Think of Resident Evil, but with wolves and not zombies.
So like
Right.
Beauty and the Beast in the very beginning.
No,
Yeah, there
they're
were
not.
wolves.
They're not pretty.
There were wolves, and
They
she's
were
French.
not pretty.
No.
So, unlike the cluster wolf who terrorized the U.S. by itself, actually wolves are...
Not the U.S. Just Cluster County.
There was a U.S.
Everybody's marching
South-
for
the
sex.
U.S.
It was for 9 years.
in one county.
I'm just reading the article. Okay?
Peanut Cluster County wolf.
Anyway, wolves are actually pack animals. In the 15th century, France, Paris, was actually terrorized by a murderous pack of wolves, who was led by they called him a Courtade, which means bobtail or stumptail, which he had like a stump tail, basically. Courtade. In the 1430s, Paris was hit by some pretty savage winters. Desperate for food, the wolves moved through the city of lights, eager to try some tasty French cuisine. Between 1436 and 1440.
Wait, did you write that quip?
No, he did. I'm reading the article.
Okay.
In 1436 and 1440, the wolves killed between 60 and 80 people. Most of these were assaults led by Courtade. The animals would slip through the cracks of the city walls and chase down unlucky people who crossed their path. The pack raided Paris multiple times before the citizens finally fought back. In 1939, the partisans lured the wolves into the public square in front of Notre Dame, whatever. That's where they sprang their trap, and the humans surrounded the wolves and began hurling rocks and stones, which I thought was weird. Nobody had guns back then.
So I googled cluster wolf. It's the Custer wolf.
Did I say cluster wolf?
You said cluster wolf for the entire story.
Whatever. Did I?
Yeah.
Damn you, autocorrect.
Yeah, my bad. It's Custer wolf. Who gives a shit? Anyway, they ended up hurling rocks and stones, and then soon the wolves were dead. They found Courtade's body and paraded it through the street for days. Just his dead body.
Paraded the dead wolf body?
Yeah, the leader.
Here's a picture of the
pack
Custer
leader.
wolf.
Leader of the pack.
Is it dead?
That's not a wolf, that's a baby cow.
No, that's a wolf.
That's a wolf.
That's a cow.
It looks
Is it a
like
cow?
It's a
It
cow.
looks like a
Zoom
baby
in.
cow.
Zoom in.
It's a cow, I think.
Are we
It's a
sure?
cow because they're using it as
looks
bait.
like a calf. It looks
Hey,
like...
let's take a picture of this fucking cow that's about to die.
I don't think... Were they using it as bait?
They're using it as bait,
I
probably.
think that it
So
got...
the Custer wolf,
I think it was already ready.
Custer wolf has an estimated $25,000 worth of damage.
Back then.
In
back then-
1911, that's a lot.
It,
Well,
it terrorized them for 9 years just killing animals.
Well, and
Type
it
in
was,
the-
it was animals. Animals.
Type in the currency
Probably-
from $2,500 from 1911.
25,000.
Yeah. To today's currency.
Well, also, I don't know if they're calculating the calves as being
1911.
potential
1920.
like big
Whatever.
boys and selling them because of potential.
Oh my God! So $25,000 in 1920 is equivalent to $325,000 now.
Yeah.
So he killed like he
cows.
killed like 3 mansions. worth.
Almost $500,000.
Like a super nice fucking house. Like if your granddad was Hershey, like fucking.
Is there a calculator to translate $300,000 to cows? like you're trading for your new wife?
Yeah.
No.
How many cows can you buy for $300,000?
Pounds of bananas. Who's looking at
And cow money. I don't know.
one
talking about
grand
grand
champion steer.
Boy, for
Kills one
$300,000.
grand champion
Yeah.
steer.
Oh, Uno.
That was a great story, Ryan.
Yeah, sure was.
No, type in how many cows can you buy for $300,000? I'm sure you can pull up a cow.
It's different because it's auction based. Back then, it'd be
Calculator.
different. You could give somebody 60 chickens for 1 cow.
We'll do a stock price now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
No. Whatever.
Are we done? Is that your...
That was my last story.
That was Fury. Wait, Fury. Meow.
I regret doing this new segment now.
Why? Well, if the fucking parrots over here in the corner weren't talking the whole
That's
goddamn
all right.
time.
Anyway, that is the episode, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. We love you so much. Of course, we couldn't do this episode without you.
We could definitely do it without these two.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Go and follow all of our shit. We're at the Comcast. Go hit us up on our email if you have any suggestions or anything. We love you guys so much. Go rate and review us. It really helps out the show. We appreciate it so much. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Let's get out of here.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Thank you, Shyanne and Brewing, for coming on. Appreciate it. Do you guys have anything, last words you want to say?
Hold on.
I'm already drinking. My one glass of wine does not make me a cheap date. It makes me an affordable one.
True.
$300,000 can buy you 150 cows at $2,000 per cow today.
That's your last words?
Yes, those are my
Okay.
final words.
That
Also,
wolf killed 150 cows?
probably the whole pack.
Divide that by 9.
The whole pack? You mean the herd?
Yeah,
I've heard of dogs.
pack of cows. I mean, track down the hippos.
Give me your last words.
Huh? Track down the hippos.
Okay.
No, I thought we were sending in the
Send in the lions.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you all next week.
Cambodia.
Stay safe out there. Read a good book, drink a good beer, and look for the Patreon coming soon. We are working on that. Getting the Patreon set up. Inspiration by Jake Rubel. It's just something that could definitely bring more creativity to the podcast. Just showing support, obviously, because this is our art. We're artists. Technically, we're putting out our opinions every week on the internet. So just look for that soon if you guys want to support us. Definitely thank you so much for that ahead of time. But thank you so much for listening to this. We appreciate it so much. Read a good book, drink a good beer. I recommend Golden Idol by Humble Monk Brewing Co. of Cincinnati, Ohio. Love the fuck out of you guys. And remember, when life gets hard, life gets you down.
Make hobo nachos.
Wash your Scrabble.
I got nothing.
And milk that motherfucking pig, everybody.
Peace.
We out.